Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. Happy New Year's. And to my returning subs, my growing, extended, beautiful family, as always, just thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you've been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're up telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos give good vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times and needs spiritual guidance, confirmation, validation towards life path, or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share while at it. Give girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you for the love and support y'all constantly giving me. It's truly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, sometimes you have to lose your human mind to gain your spiritual senses. That's true, because a lot of times, we can move forward with uncertainty, fear. A lot of times we fear rejection, not being understood, not knowing if other people believe in us, or even we have to believe in ourselves. And a lot of times you have to get out that vibe, because a lot of people choose to not want to open their mind towards things that can't be explained. A lot of times if we try to talk on our views, there's some people that are just going to be looking at us like we crazy, like, are you okay? Do we need to go get you checked up, check out, whatever, And, it was just like when I really look at how my life has changed significantly, used to always feel like the quantity of people being around me was the best quality. And it's just like a lot of times I love my me time. It is really good. I love being able to have selective people that I talk to, even if we can agree to disagree, just on different things, but just being able to openly tell ourselves different things that it can uplift us in every way. And that's why I really love my purpose that God has guided me towards. It has not been easy. I had to be able to really think outside the box, being able to tap into my powers I've had for a long time, but I had to be able to go through a trigger, like a huge trigger trauma, some kind of trauma that really just shook me in ways I never really understood. And then being able to see how I was able to manifest more stuff within me that I never knew was there, but it was waiting for my acknowledgement to go through. And a lot of times I had to realize if I didn't have these tragedies that took place in my life, I would have never known what kind of strength I have in my life, what kind of vibrations or even vibe that I'm on, even the way I thought about myself, how I see the world, how I see other people, and try to be able to make sense of that. And a lot of times, I had to be able to say, even if it ain't making sense right now, it's going to make $1 of a thought later, so I had to be able to really just be grateful, because like I said, I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting. I try my best to be able to help people when I can, but there, it was just so many different things was going on through my life, and I knew it was going to get intense. I was telling people, hey, you better buckle your seatbelt on, hold on your hats, and hold on to your pants. It's like God about to take you on a ride. And it's going to be very intense, but then it's going to make some kind of sense on what you had to go through. Being you is not easy. When you're being an empath, we feel everything on a deeper level. And sometimes that can really suck. It can really, really, really suck, especially whatever kind of gifts that you have. They're intensifying. You're purging out a lot of different things. You're allowing yourself to understand why certain things moved the way it did, how come it had to go the way it did, certain connections that you're vibing with, and there are also a lot of disconnections as well. And it's just like being able to see everything as a positive standpoint, even when it's like very intense. There's a lot of times when we go through different things where we're in fight with ourselves. A lot of times we feel like we're in fight with the world, but it's in fight with ourselves. Universe is guiding us to kill that enemy on the inside. We are our worst critic, and we are our worst enemy. Your mind is a very powerful weapon, and it's like universe knows that, but the devil don't want you to be able to. He wants you to place fear. He wants you to put things of materialism, as well as people that, that are not in your life, that there's placing any kind of positivity in your life. A lot of times we put our thoughts into that, and it creates more chaos in our lives instead of just understanding it is what it is. When you have that vibe, it's like, hey, it is what it is. I'm trying to create better for my life. If I got to sit up here and question, what you doing in my life, why you here, why you being around me, got to, disconnect that. If it's something that universe is making you go through, and a lot of times universe will have you in a vibration that's very uncomfortable. It wasn't supposed to be comfortable, because it's like, how would you learn? If we never went through through these powerful struggles to really gain that sense of light towards ourselves, towards our being, the vibes that we carry. And a lot of times for you to be able to reach that vibe within the core of knowing yourself in all levels, because there's still parts of ourselves we're not truly acquainted with yet. And it takes us to go through certain, avenues for us to be able to understand, okay, this is myself on a powerful standpoint. This is part of me when I see the real true warrior taking place. Even when I have vibes of uncertainty, it's going to make clarity for me when God sees fit. A lot of times you got to keep going further and further down your path. A lot of times we can get frustrated because we don't know how long we're going to be in a certain place for too long. Maybe like, I don't like things I got to be doing. I don't like being around this situation. I don't like being around these certain energies or entities or people, and it's just like a lot of times they're going to put you in different places because you had to learn. You have to learn, because a lot of times I would be in that vibe where I was constantly complaining and not actually being able to allow myself, girl, this is where gratitude need to come in at. Even though you don't like the vibes you in, you don't like the struggle that you have to go through, you don't like the people you got to be around, but this is where you show you where you need to take notice within yourself. Why was this vibe coming towards you anyway? Are you understanding the core of the levels that you're trying to be in direction of knowing yourself from every direction? Are you rising above with open possibilities? Are you allowing yourself to sink low, think small, be small, because you don't like how it's disturbing other people, or you don't like how your power outshines somebody else's lives? Are you allowing yourself to be critical towards yourself because other people bring doubts towards you because they see that power of light in you that they don't want you to discover? We have to ask ourselves a lot of that. You have to be able to lose that spiritual, lose that human mind to gain that spiritual, sense within ourselves. I had to look at a lot of things that I had to go through, and a lot of things that, there's times that I had tears in my eyes and said, it's just not fair. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to do good. I'm trying to move in positivity. I'm not helping myself, but I'm helping other people. I'm gaining towards that vibe where I know what it means to be misunderstood. I know how it feels when other people don't understand me. I don't have patience for myself. I didn't have patience for other people, and then it was at that time you have to have patience if you really want things to know things from all levels. And a lot of times we don't like swallowing that pill called patience. Understand, trust, and unfolding. It's like a lot of times we get frigid when it comes to that, y'all. I'm sorry, this light coming through like that, but it's like a beam of light. But obviously that was there for a reason, because usually I don't have to deal with all that. But going through those different things, it gives you that deeper understanding about yourself within your, the vibe. And it's just like there's been times where I have emotion, intense emotion of gratitude, and just saying, apologizing to God for what I projected towards him in my midst of anger, because he made me go through things. But then it came to that point when that smoke cleared and I just said, thank you. I found myself in so many ways that allowed me to know myself better, allowing myself to see, the red flags of caution that you were sending towards me, where I wasn't able to do it before because I was so focused on the wrong things. I kept selecting things that was very toxic for me, very dangerous for me. And now I'm allowing myself to love myself on all levels and say, oh, that's not a part of my thought process, or allow myself to observe instead of absorbing so I can react until I have a choice of responding if I choose to want to respond. And then when we allowing ourselves to be very selective about that, we don't know what level we can actually be on if we make that focus. Because a lot of times, I got that vibe of Leo, Gemini, Scorpio, Capricorn, and I'm a Taurus. That's a whole bunch of, oh my God, it's a hot mess, because it's very dangerous. It's like I can be the sweetest person, but that powerful purpose, when I really want to get volatile, it can get very bad. And it's just like I'm at that time, like I'm not gonna allow nobody to pull me out of my comfort or my peace. If you disturbing that mess, you're gonna have to disconnect from me real quick, or I'm gonna disconnect from you. It's good when you have people around you that want to remind you, girl, you strong, or dude, you strong. A lot of times you have to go through the worst just to be able to see the strength that you've always had. You're going through a lot of battles, but look at all the wins you done got overcome, when the places that you never knew that you can conquer. A lot of times we get placed in those war battles a lot and don't even realize. Sometimes we be fighting with ourselves and don't realize we already won. There are certain times you got to give up that flag and say, God, you got this, and you have to be able to do that. A lot of times you want to seek vengeance out on people that have done you wrong, and just allow yourself to say, God, you know what these people did. They're going to start my peace. They done did this. They done did that. And he said, that's okay. There are certain battles that are not yours. They're mine. If people want to, mess around in your purpose, they're not messing with you, regardless of what they feel like they're doing, what they done got caught up in, what they didn't get caught up in yet. They're messing with God and his purpose, because he assigned you to these situations. And the devil will get anybody that's willing to listen when you start promising money, fortune, fame, this, that, things that when you die, you can't take yourself, can't take with you. Everybody in that same size box, you're gonna go. Unless you want to be in a vase, whatever those things are, urns, whatever. Devil be over there sending all type of folks. They don't even know they're leading them in the pasture. And be going through that. There's a lot of times where you see people mock you and you're suffering. They take amusement when they see you cry or you're overwhelmed. And and a lot of times it can anger you and maybe you want to do some daggone dark things to folks. Trust me, I've been there. But then you have to understand, normal people don't find amusement out of you and your struggle. Even there's times I don't seen karma hit my enemies so bad. And I knew I was growing when I didn't allow myself to say, that's what your ass get. If God was really on that real vibe with you, he would have hit you worse than the stuff that you put out. That's when you allowing yourself to place your power in the enemy. A lot of times I'll see stuff nowadays, like you see that, you laughing. You think it's funny they surf? No, it's not funny when anybody was suffering. They were suffering before you allowed that mess to pop off the way it did anyway, just because of choices they made or how they did other people. How they did other people is how they treat themselves. Don't laugh at nobody suffering, because that can come right back to you, and you make yourself that carbon copy of that person that hurt you. A lot of times God really feel like I'm gonna go ahead and bless you. Even though you want to be sitting in that front row of the karmic takedown. Allow yourself to keep shining. Allow yourself to appreciate them enemies. And your enemies don't, your enemies, your doubters, your haters, they all think you great. And that's the main reason why they take a special interest. They don't like you, so they watch every single thing you do. They watch every single thing you do. And I be like, hey, when I got to go to the bathroom next, my stomach kind of messed up. So the place is just all discombobulated. You want to know why you ask me? Because you watch my ass all the time. I'm just really trying to understand. Do you know? And it's just like, but then you when you start seeing that, if you ain't got enemies, when you doing the right thing for you doing the right thing for other people that you helping, and they see what you doing, and you ain't got enemies, baby, you ain't going. You ain't doing that hard. They take no interest in that, because a lot of people, when they see that you got some kind of vibe that is like really creating, you inspiring people that may not even tell you they're inspired by you. You at that point where I be telling, it ain't even about feeling myself. A lot of times I want my enemies to watch me so much where where your place is within yourself. That I know where my place is within myself, because God is allowing me to see that form. Put yourself first, because a lot of times the actions you project towards other people, that lets them know you always put yourself second. And that's a bad mistake that I used to do. And there may be other people that do that, because us as empath, we try to see the good out of everything. You be trying to sit up here and tell Chucky, yo, you're a kid of God and all that, knowing he was spawned of Satan, and you had to be able to do stuff like that. And being able to say, sometimes it's just like, not everybody's entitled to your energy. Everybody is worthy of your love, but everybody got to be, you have to be selective about where you give your time to. That's where the universe wants you to get into that vibe. Be very selective about what you place your energy in, where your focus go to. The enemy love to disrupt you. They get amusement. They're like, oh, I got them all distracted. Now they're more focused on me, on what am I doing, and they're not allowing themselves to get focused on what is important. So I did my job for today. You have to understand that. Remind yourself, every dog got his day. There's always a reason for a season. What you put out is what you get back. But if you put out something good, that extra good's coming for you. You have to remind yourself of that. A lot of times I got to allow myself to say I was a good person. Even when they may not have appreciated that I was a good person. That's all right. You have to understand there's a lot of people that are used to people being in their lives that don't want good. They always want to take, and very little on giving. They want you to respect them, but they don't want to respect you. And when you're allowing yourself to know, I'm very selective. Like, that's okay. I feel that vibe. You start even around strangers, you start struggling on your words. That's an alarm to let you know, no, leave that alone. You into that spiritual sense where a lot of times, even before you got woke, you would have sleep, probably, sleepwalking, whatever, sleepwalking and talking. It starts telling you, hey, don't go down that road, or hey, don't go with that person. Hey, leave them alone. Watch what you're doing. And those are the different things. When you start opening your eyes up to everything, even the things that you hate to see, it tells some kind of line of truth to it that you need to know in every form. And you're going to appreciate everything that's being sent towards your way, good or bad. You have to understand, a lot of times people are not used to people being genuine, because there's a lot of times we have people, like, I'll tell people real quick, if you know my story, you can understand why it's hard for me to trust a lot of people. I just try to trust the process. If it came to me and connect, it's either a blessing. It's a blessing of a testing. We have to be able to understand that, whether it's good or bad. And it took me a long time to appreciate everybody that's in my life, whether they did good for me or did bad. I have to understand everybody's not meant to stay. If this is bringing you, if God is making you go through a struggle, He about to sit up here and embark you with a beautiful blessing. If He allowed your enemies to sit up here and mock you, that's okay. Because they're going to have that same, they're going to be right in the front row when God tends to bless you. He going to make sure all of them looking. Like, don't be looking at them, look at this. You remember all that stuff you took away from them, now you about to recompensate them for everything you did. You have every day. It's just like, right now we got the junction of laws of karma right now. And it's like, even when it was the hardest moments, you still try to project good out for people, even when you didn't feel good within yourself. A lot of times, you hate going out your way to be able to make somebody else happy when you in your madness of sadness. But in some kind of way, God used that to be able to shed some kind of light on what your struggle on your path may be about. Okay, so you continue to do good. Anybody who's out there where I feel like the enemy has just got that upper hand of you, baby, they just ain't even ready yet. You have to understand, karma, when God is quiet during confusion, those are the ones you need to be really scared of God. Don't be scared of your enemies, be scared of God, because when He quiet like that, when you down to nothing, God up to something. Just because they, the enemies ain't got shunned out yet or been spotlighted, just watch. Just watch. You keep pushing out good, because whatever you're pushing out is going to double up. It's going to triple up. You keep going and you keep going. You push out good. Even when people want to disrespect you, it's like you treat people how you want to be treated, but you have to understand that vibe of where they want to be nasty and they want to be, vindictive and stuff like that, baby, that's that enemy they fighting within themselves. Just say, you know what, they ain't got nothing to do with me. God bless, keep it moving and keep going. A lot of times you just got to shut your mouth, unclench your jaws, loosen up your hands. This ain't your battle. Trust me. God got a control over every single thing, and you have to keep moving, because this is your year. Your ear is really, really revealing a lot of different things about yourself, about your past, even about your destiny. So allow yourself to be open, to be teachable. You know, that ego is dying, you know, and that's a very uncomfortable thing, but it's something that we truly need. It's going to be a good day when you sit up here, you know, killing off that ego, but it's going to enrich that soul. It's going to be partying like a 1999 up in there, like, oh yes, they finally understand and they finally learning. This is you. Take advantage of the fact of every vibe you have gone through. It showed you things about yourself. It showed you things about what you need to enhance into your life, what you need to cut away, what you need to let go, what you need to bring all in, and certain things you need to keep at a distance. Everything is showing you something about yourself you really need to know. So allow yourself to keep moving. Allow yourself to keep being, you know, you're never too late to learn anything new. So you keep allowing yourself to be teachable. Allow yourself to show gratitude towards everything, whether it knocks you down or it picks you back up, because it's creating a stature in you. Oh my God, it's going to form so beautiful. And you have to be able to show appreciation towards that, because it's like it took a lot to be where you are right now. And you still got so much better to look forward to. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. It is almost 5 o'clock here. So it's going to be like at 6:30. I'm going to be having Heyoka chat and vibe. I usually do, I think it's around 8 o'clock, but I got something to do today. So I'm trying to go ahead and still hold that. I didn't have it yesterday because I was tired as I don't know what. Been purging a lot. So I had to make sure I was correct today. So like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below. I always tell people, if you want to be able to chat with me or hit me up one-on-one, you know, I'll leave all that I'll leave all my contact situation information in the bottom. You know, it's all about spiritual networking. You know, a lot of time people share their spiritual path with me past, or try to understand a deeper vibe, you know, on what certain things is taking place, you know. And through all that, I try my best to be able to help it out, you know, to get you out towards a deeper understanding. You know, whatever we speak on is confidential, and, you know, hoping it'll be able to help you as it helps me as well. So much love to you. God bless. Happy New Year. Keep on vibing, and that new you deserves you. So you keep on going. Keep on creating better, because better is yet to come. So like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line, and share. Much love to you. Peace.